What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Ace, Operative, and today, people, I will be reviewing Boruto Naruto Next Generation Episode 7, Love and Potato Chips. Chocho's scared because she thinks she's being watched by someone, so she decides to catch them in the act. She succeeds in snagging Magiri Concarmino, and it turns out he wasn't watching Chocho, but Samir, the class rep, whom he secretly likes. Chocho urges him to declare his love, and at first, Magiri hesitates, but he takes the leap and tells Samir how he feels. I'm sorry, but I have to air this out because this episode, I had the oddest cringe all throughout this episode, man. I'm not talking about, you know, like the cringe that you get from watching, you know, like sketchy type of, you know, like odd anime. But it's the cringe because, yo, this dude. I mean, I really don't know. Because I never had this happen to me before. You guys can let me know in the comment section, you know, if anyone's ever done this to you. But, dude, this boy was on some brainy from Hey Arnold type of stuff, dude. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this, like, the very beginning of the episode, we see him watching the girls, Sarada, Chocho, and Samir. Watching them. And then we could just hear him just... Why are we listening to this man breathing? Like, come on, man! Like, dude! What is wrong with this dude? I understand, you know, like, you secretly, you know, like this girl. Like, he likes her from afar, but it gets to a point where it's weird. Like, this episode really, like, made me weird. And then what's crazy about this man's ability, right? He's able to disguise himself, like turn completely invisible. Nobody's able to see him. He could be right behind you, dog. It's on some next level type of stuff. Like, I need to say this about Chocho. At first, I didn't like Chocho because of her attitude, like the way, you know, like, and she thinks about others. It threw me off. I mean, those were the type of things that made Chocho like one of the least characters that I like in the Boruto anime. A lot of people will tell me in the comments, Ace, how can you dislike Chocho, dude? She thick. And then somebody else will say, Ace, man, I gotta totally disagree with you, bro. Oh, you can't be hating on our girl Chocho like that, man. The way in which Chocho got this guy was that she had sensed that he was nearby, so she punched the vending machine that he was hiding behind. I was like thinking, Gear 3 Luffy with his Gear 3 gigantic pistol. Like, off deck, I was like, yo, man. Like, Chocho, you redeemed yourself in my book. Because I didn't like Chocho at first. And now, like, near the end of the episode, I started liking her a lot more for the type of person that she is. Like, okay, I understand, you know, like, he voiced how he feel. He got off his chest, you know, like... Samir, I like you, and you know, and here I thought, okay, we can like go on with the episode. So I'm like looking at the episode clock, and I'm like, we're about 5 minutes in, okay, or 8 minutes or whatever in. How he feels, it's pretty much over with. No, not with this dude. I understand, you know, at that given point in time, he wasn't possessed by the new ex. Writes on the board, or started writing like insane, like I guess like love letters to this girl, and just, you know, like I mean, just, you know, put it to where Boruto and them are able to like see them, and then it got to a point where he separated the boys from the girls. I was like, yo. And then when he was able to get Samir all by himself, that's what I found like crazy. Chocho had used this metaphor to where, like, when she had went to the store with Sarada and Samir, that the potato chips were sitting on the shelf for the longest and no one bought them. So out of all the other chips, she actually decided to give the green type of chips a try. And off deck, she didn't like them. Like, as soon as she tasted it, she didn't like it, but she gave it a chance. Unlike this dude who like removes himself from the equation. Put yourself out there. Eventually people will take notice. But they're not gonna take notice of a guy who constantly, you know, like hides in the shadows. Because as we've already seen in the episode, when he hides in the shadow, you pretty much think that this dude's a weirdo. And nobody would want to talk to a weirdo. This broke off into like a whole rant and tangent from all the other views, but it gets to a point where this episode like really struck a nerve. And in a way I liked it, but how it like started, I was like, ugh. I don't know if I wanted to give this like an episode, like, I don't know if it'll be like one of my favorite episodes. It'll be one of my top cringiest episodes out of the whole entire anime. But yeah, let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Yeah, it was alright to me. Honestly, I'll give it a 7.5. Shoot, honestly, I want to give it a 7, but that ending with Chocho, the way how she said it, it made me give it a 7.4. I'll at least say that. But I already know next episode, let's just say next episode is going to be hype. And it'll finally, for the love of God, it'll put all of this. Boruto gets the freaking Byakugan, freaking Tenseiga. It'll put a lot of crud. Maybe to rest, maybe not. But, I mean, there's another episode that'll probably put it to rest. But it's not coming up next. But we'll finally get to see how Boruto got that out. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Operatives! There you go. And here I thought, you know, that was cringe. This cringe is on the level of For Never War vs. Double for anime. My goodness.